Hi. Welcome. I'm going to talk about a little side topic. It is very much a business. It actually is one of the hardest things in business, which is making decisions. And when you're making really tough decisions, well, it's kind of not so much making decisions, it's more like the next phase of what do you really do about something? So it is making a decision, but it's not the hard little ones that require quick decisions. It's the lifelong ones. It's the decisions that affect your life, the lifelong decisions. It's not, this electrician and that electrician, or should I be open on a Monday or a Tuesday, and you don't know, and you don't know what to do. These are the decisions I'm talking about is more, what do you do when something really yearns you? So, for example, I'll just give you my example. I was going through a time where I was I had chronic symptoms. And, as entrepreneurs do, they're very stressful. They live very stressful lives. And usually an entrepreneur is attracted to entrepreneur-like jobs, like starting your own business, because they, have experienced a lot of trauma when they were young, and they have this like innate yearning, desire to be in a world where they can control. Because you may not kind of feel this openly, like, oh, I want to go open a store so I can control everything. It doesn't work like that. It's like you find that appealing because the next best thing is to go and get a job. And it's like, I'm capped at a certain amount on a job. I have someone tell me what to do. If we butt heads, what do? I have my family to feed. And then there's this real desire for justice and wanting more out of life and wanting to make changes in life and wanting to make changes that are more on a spiritual level, which is having an impact, some type of impact in your own life and in the world around you. And so on the outside, it's not very obvious, but entrepreneurs, by study, by design, are really more inclined to go towards entrepreneurship. Now, entrepreneurship, I asked this lady once, and I said, are you an entrepreneur or are you a businesswoman? Because there's a difference. And she said she was an entrepreneur, but she wasn't. She was not. An entrepreneur can be a business person, but they don't have to be. They don't have to be. A business person is a business person. And usually an entrepreneur is a businessy person, but they don't have to be. You're not always an entrepreneur if you're a business person. So, for example, this store I made, I went and I trained and I studied and I got specialized in macarons and tarts, and I trained in that area, and I decided to open up a store and call it Macaron Tart. So it was both macarons and tarts that I sold primarily. And then I introduced, of course, pretty much out of the get-go cooking classes that focused on macarons and tarts primarily. And so I had to do everything. I had to do all the advertising and print everything. I had to go chase the boxes and do the custom boxes and print labels, and I had to go look for a store, and I had to go get financing, and I had to look for a location, and I had to do the build out, and I had to create my own Facebook page and create my own Instagram, and I had to create my own website and make it a working website and a functional purchase online website, and I had to do it all. I did it. I did everything. I didn't hire someone to go, oh, you go that way and do that. The only people I hire is professionals to get the job through the system, which means accountant, things I couldn't do, an electrician, an architect, or whatever. Things I couldn't officially, legally do or didn't know how, and I had to survive. You know, you have to pay your taxes. Someone's got to organize your books. You got to pay an accountant. And then you got to find a good accountant and blah, blah, blah. So there's this, there's this innate difference than, or as opposed to someone who's a business person. Someone who's a business person is not necessarily entrepreneur. They didn't start all that. They don't care about the details. They don't care about doing this or that. That lady got her company, her title company, and she bought it. She didn't off the ground start it and found it and hired people, and she may run it, she may manage it, she may have bought into it, partnered into it, but start from the ground. When you do that kind of stuff, that's a very distinct, yes, I'm an entrepreneur, I founded this. We don't play around with, yeah, I own a business, I'm an entrepreneur. Nah, dude, you're not. You're not an entrepreneur. And why? Because entrepreneurs, are made of love. Their fluffiness, their awesomeness is unique. Why are they so awesome and unique? Because they see the step through. They have the vision, and they take all the little steps in the puzzle. They sit there and put all the puzzle pieces together, and then give you a big puzzle and say, look what I got. You want to buy some? Where a business person, they don't care. They're just looking for widgets. I got to sell this. I got to buy this. I got to service this. I don't care. And mostly they just buy into something that's already done. And that's great. That's great. That's what everybody should do, because the headache's gone, and you just have the headache of managing service and product that now has your intention. You can override the initial intention of the entrepreneur, of the founding father that did it, that created it, that paved the way for you to be able to open your doors. Neither's right or wrong, but it's a special kind of character that does entrepreneurship. It's not someone who has a cry in the corner and says, I'm done, because someone yells at them. It's not somebody who says, how much does that cost? I don't have the money. I need how much? And just says, I'm good. No, they swim through the dirt and find what they're looking for to get to put that little puzzle piece so the whole picture can come together. The whole idea, the whole concept can materialize into a store. That's an entrepreneur. The tough thing about entrepreneurs is they work really hard and they're very stressed. They're very stressed. That's an entrepreneur. And so I lost my thought. I was so into it. Decision making. So a decision making of a business person and a decision making of an entrepreneur are very, very different, because they have founded, they've walked a different path to one another. They have different visions and outcomes. One is just getting ahead, and one is making something come to life. And then once it's come to life, they have to continue it and make another thing come to life, which is the sales, the loyalty of customers, the awareness, the growth of the business. So a bigger phase, the drawing becomes from here, or the puzzle piece, to here. And one there and one there, and it becomes different and it grows. So it's just a different feeling, a different being of an entrepreneur. So when you get a yearning, sometimes like this store, I created it, and then I've had it for 10 years, over 10 years. And I just don't have the same, like, it doesn't have the same, like, shine to me. I go in and I don't go, hi, Oven. How are you, baby girl? Hi, Mixer. How is your sleep? Hi, everybody. I don't say hi to all my friends and acknowledge them with gratitude for allowing me to create. I feel different, you know, the wear down of the customers, or the wear down of the business, or the wear down of the work environment. The wear down is a lot. The wear down is a lot. And when I said about customers, there's some great customers, but the wear down is a lot. It's a lot. And after 10 years, even your local job, you're like sick of it. You're like, I'm kind of over it. So I had this feeling of, what now? That entrepreneurshipness. Hang on.